Hi.
Cassie, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Feel
Good,
like it's
good.
been like a year since I saw you at the mill.
I know you're like blonder. Did you?
Oh, you didn't see the. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was super platinum. My girlfriend is a hair colorist, so I was like, you go
Fun.
crazy, do you, and then this is what came out. So
Oh, well, if she ever wants to collab with me.
I've been wanting to sit down, and like hear your like journey and dig into this. So thank you for being available.
Yeah, thank you for thinking of me. Yeah, I'm excited to get to chat a little bit more about everything.
Yes, absolutely. And so on the call here, we have Corey from Sydney, Nebraska, and Stephanie from Norfolk, Nebraska. We
Hi.
we have a community where we all kind of like come together and like share like content tips, and it's primarily like at the town and like tourism and like Department of Economic Development level within
Mhm.
Nebraska. But I know that you work with a lot of brands, so I guess with this conversation, it'll kind of be like, you know, uh best practices for like working with maybe towns or destinations or
Mhm.
versus brands. I don't know how much experience you've had like doing like a, like a destination collaboration, but
Yeah, I haven't done much in terms of like destination, but I've done a couple recently on my TikTok. I've started posting more Omaha content. Um, just like my whole thing was like, so I'm originally from San Diego, and I was like, I'm tired of seeing all of these businesses I really like going out of business here in Omaha. Like a lot of places I really like were closing their doors, and I was like, I'm going to start talking about them, and maybe hopefully if more people know they exist, like they'll stay in business longer.
yeah.
So I made a video. What started it was like I was like, I'm from San Diego, and these are places in Omaha that remind me of San Diego. Like these are places that I think would do well in San Diego. And those videos, like it just like I gained like a couple thousand followers from them. So
Oh,
yeah, so then I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm just gonna start posting content about Omaha because like the engagement was like super duper high. Like
cool.
even if the video only gets like about 10,000 views, I would gain like 100 followers. So like the
Whoa.
conversion was crazy because there's just like not that many people making content about Omaha. I'm seeing more of it now, but like I don't think there's as much like personality driven content of
Mm,
people in Omaha.
sure.
So I was like, I'll like open up and show myself talking about places I like, you know? So yeah, that's kind of like where I got into making content beyond just like hair care. Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, like I have experience working with a lot of beauty brands. Um, and I was working primarily with like Olaplex. I was full time working for that hair care brand, and their thing was like they told me I couldn't talk about any other hair brands when I worked for them. Um, so then I branched out into making content about like Omaha and stuff. So yeah,
My gosh. I mean, that's kind of exactly what we talk about, like when we talk with towns about like hyper local content and just like if you're just there and you're in the conversation, like the attention like equity is like up for grabs. You just have to like put yourself out there and just be there. Like it almost doesn't matter like what you post at the beginning, right? Like as long as you're just posting something, like people will come find you. I don't know. Is that
yeah.
the way to think about it?
Yeah, because the thing about like the internet is people are already talking about you most likely.
Mm,
Like so I work for like a gas station right now too. I'm doing like their social. And the thing is like if people are talking about you, they're already talking about you on the internet. So like
mhm,
if you don't have your own presence there, like someone else is going to create your story
mm,
and it might not be true. And then
mhm.
you're going to have to deal with the repercussions of like, maybe people think you're like sketchy or something. And it's like, well, you haven't been around publicly this whole time. So what are people supposed to think?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So that's kind of something where it's like, or also just like it's really great for like listening to your community, finding out like maybe if there are things that need to be changed, like maybe you see a bunch of people talking about something in a good or bad way. Like I actually noticed Trader Joe's, they
Mm,
have a spinach artichoke pasta that
mm.
I think they came out with because people were using their spinach artichoke dip to make a pasta sauce. And
Whoa.
so like through seeing that like viral thing, they were like, we have the ingredient. Let's just make it and make that money because it's gonna be able to charge them more than for just that one thing. So it's stuff like that where I was like, oh, it's like really cool to be able to listen to what your community's doing. Like, and then
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
it's like a two-way thing now, right? Like it used to be such a like a one-way thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, like your community will make content for you. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this trend. I wonder if you've seen it, JT. There's this trend right now. It tricks me every single time. It'll be people showing like a beautiful landscape
Yes.
and they're like, I can't believe this is Omaha. And
Right.
every time
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm pretty sure that's not Omaha. But that would be so funny to do. Like, JT, you could make a video that's like places that are actually Omaha. I don't know
Yeah.
if you thought of doing that or if you have.
Wait, what do you mean? Like make it look all beautiful, but actually have it be Omaha?
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
places that are actually beautiful in Omaha. It's like this is actually Omaha. Because I
Yeah.
keep getting them that are like, I can't believe this is Omaha, Nebraska, and it's like the ocean. And I'm like, where is
Yeah.
this?
And that's like directly up my niche, is like taking something
Hmm.
that people don't know is beautiful and like doing it all, making it
Hmm.
feel like like a movie. But I don't know, I've never done those like those kind of fake videos. For some reason
Hmm.
it hasn't felt like it aligned. I know that the
Hmm.
engagement is off the charts for all of them, but I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm gonna avoid that trend, but I love it anyway.
Well, no, like if you showed like actual places in Omaha that are beautiful, like,
Yes,
you know what
right.
I mean? Like being like, people are saying that there's like, it's like a joke because it's like, oh, nowhere's beautiful in Omaha. But that would be like, there are beautiful places in Omaha because I've seen you post it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
every time I see that video of someone from Omaha, I'm like, I get excited, like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, where's this? And then I'm like, oh, this is the
Yeah.
ocean. Like, this is
Right.
Spain.
Yeah. Or like the Lincoln Airport did that
Oh,
trick
really?
a couple months ago, and it was like the biggest post they've ever done. And so I'm always like
Uh-huh.
jealous of the engagement of that trick. But I'm like,
Uh-huh.
that's not my like I got it's like to your point, I got to do like the real version of it, like really make them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do the real version of it. Like
yeah.
the subverting people's expectations. So it's like these are actually places in Omaha.
Mhm.
Like
Well, okay, so you're talking about like showing up on social, being part of the conversation, because if you're not a part of it, you're going to be a part of somebody else's conversation. And like
Mhm.
I try to encourage people, and I try to encourage myself to just be like, all that I have to do is show up. I don't have to be perfect. And like it's hard when like when we people look at you, you have almost 100,000 followers across all platforms. You've got this awesome, cool microphone. You've got like all the like little headphones and stuff. Like, how do you encourage folks, especially like let's say like, at like the small business level where there's like one owner, maybe a couple employees, or at like the small town level that's like, it's like one person. They're doing all like Corey and Stephanie are doing so many different channels, like so much different stuff. Like, how do you encourage people just to like show up?
I think the biggest thing that I think the most important part about using social media is using it to like actually engage with people. That's like how I grew my profile. Like when I first started posting, I would go through and I would like comment on people's stuff, like engage with them, like not mentioning myself, but like being like part of conversations. You're like, oh, like, so for hair care, it would be like me being like, oh, your hair is so pretty. But like now for like Omaha, I like for my company I work with, I use their profile and I like comment on people's videos like normal,
Yeah.
like just so you're part of a conversation, like almost like you're not even a branded account, just being like it, so it reminds people that you're like an actual person. Because
Yeah.
like seeing like, so for example, I saw this one's different though. Someone had posted that like every street in Omaha is under construction, like has construction going on. And then I commented as my gas station, and I was like, and us, like we're everywhere too,
Yeah.
because that's like a joke. But everyone's like, why are there so many mega savers?
Yes.
It's like that's we're there too.
Well, and did
um,
you get a lot of engagement on that comment?
yeah, a lot of people were like, that's so funny. Or like I'll comment on stuff, and my followers from our page will see us on other like
Yeah.
videos, and they'll be like, oh hey, like what are you doing here? It's just like engaging, and it makes people feel like you're an actual person, because like
Yeah.
that's kind of like the thing that people look for in a brand, is like the relatability, the fun.
Mm,
So I definitely think, especially like with like local or like travel content, is showing like you're engaging with the community. Or like, you know, if someone posts a video that's them at a place that's like connected to you, responding to it and being like, oh, like, have you tried this there? It's so good. Or like, you know, responding like you actually watched the video is like another big thing, because a lot of people will just be like heart emojis.
pink
And
emoji. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and it's like did you
Yes.
watch the video? So
Right.
I think the biggest part about building community is like engaging with social media content with creators. You know, my big thing is like, I mean, like I know JT, like I literally just reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, you make content in Omaha. Do you want to go to this like tree climbing thing? Because I have an extra ticket and you make content, so let's go."
And
Um,
that's how we met is, yeah,
yeah,
you reached out and like connected that. That was awesome.
yeah. I was just like, "Hey, you make videos. You want to go?"
Because
Yeah.
2 years ago when we did that, there was like 7 of us in Omaha doing it, there was not that many people. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's definitely growing. A lot more people are making content. I think it's just like you have to be vulnerable to make content. And that's what is really hard for a lot of people. Um, but yeah, like you know how it is. Like showing your face is like you never know. Someone might point out something about you that you might be insecure
Totally. Oh my,
about.
I've taken so many lumps as a creator. It's, yeah, and things come up that I never would have even imagined in my wildest dreams would people would have a problem with, but it's like there's always going to be something, and like that like mental health aspect of creating content and putting yourself out there, I feel like is really important.
Mhm.
Just as important for your success and your consistency as like your actual content creating ability. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have like the temperament and the courage for it, like I think that's just as much of a problem versus like having like the best camera or something like that.
Oh, totally. Well, like when I started making content, so I started making content back in like 2000, like 18,
Cool.
2017 maybe, is when I really started doing like content creation. And that was back when Instagram was really just pictures, and stories, and that was it. And social media's changed a lot since then. And I
Yeah,
think
isn't
like
it?
and I've become friends with a lot of content creators who just stopped making content, because like a lot of people don't like switching up when, because that's the thing about social media, is literally always changing. Like
Yeah,
you always have to be willing to try something new.
right.
Maybe like you fail a little bit on a new thing, but like always trying to do better. Like or change when you have to. Because like that's definitely another thing that I think is also important with social media, is like being willing to like pivot with social media, because it's changing all the time.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Reinvent yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so for people who run brands who are listening to this, like
Mhm.
in the 2010s, I feel like we all just got used to making static image ads, put them on Facebook, and just blasting them out. And it was just, the Facebook targeting was so good back then because data
Mhm.
privacy laws weren't as strict, and you could just do that. And that's how you built a brand. And now it's like, wait, I have to like do all of these like engagement tactics on my videos and like invest tons of just time and effort into it. Like I used to pay this guy on Fiverr like 500 bucks a month and he could just kind of run all my ads for a year. And now it's like I have to build this whole team, like you look to like the really successful companies in Nebraska, like Company Cam is one that I like to look at in Lincoln. Like they're basically an app for contractors who build homes and stuff to like take pictures of their job site, right? And they built their entire company on basically short form video. So doing reels, doing little skits, doing sketches, and they've got a team of like 15 people who work on their social content because it is so valuable. But it's hard, I feel like, as a business owner to like switch that thought and be like, okay, all the energy that I used to put into some of my other channels, I gotta like redirect now to organic social.
Yeah, a lot of people underestimate like the power of organic. They think like just ads is enough, and like just ads can like be enough. I mean, like it will get you like leads and that all that, but like organic is just so great for like you can see if people like something before you put any extra money behind it. You know,
Mm,
like it's great like A/B test where you
yeah,
post something and you're like, nobody watched that video. Why would I put ad dollars behind it? Where like you post an organic video and it like pops off. You're like, oh, everybody's loving this and it's promoting my like new item that I have boosted. And then it's gonna do even better boosted. Is what I'm seeing a lot as like on the branded side. Um, is like people don't want to be sold to on the internet unless it's TikTok shop. Then they want to
yeah.
be sold to. People don't want to be sold to. They want to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't want to know what your sales are. They
Yeah,
want to see like who works for you and are they fun.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
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 like I think a lot of people like I think social media can be used for building like gaining sales and all that kind of stuff. But I really think the heart of social media is building like community.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like building a brand where
yeah.
people are going to be like they're going to choose you over someone else because they like you because
Right.
you're fun. Um,
Yes.
because they think about you when they're driving around. You know, like I know so many people who are like, I had never thought of the gas station I work for, Mega Saver. They didn't even realize it existed, and now they're like, I see them everywhere. Like now that
Yeah.
I know they exist, I'm like, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is such like an arbitrage hack right now. Like if you're
Mhm.
like really putting emphasis on social media, like you can win so much attention. And like in the next couple of years, that arbitrage opportunity is going to go away because everybody's going to be doing it. But like right
Mhm.
now, it's like who's got the guts to like show up and be in that. And like to your point about just like being liked on social media, like yeah, like I totally agree. I always say it's just about being like known, liked, and trusted. Like
Mhm.
that's what it's about. It's about like showing who you are. And whenever I work with people who are treating social like a direct response channel, it's like, well, what's the ROI on each video? It's like that if you're trying to make it direct response, you're actually gonna shoot yourself in the leg. Like it's really about like showing up. And once you build all that attention equity and and the algorithm trusts you to be like, okay, this is a person who's not going to be taking advantage of their viewers' time and attention, to like push their own agenda. Then the algorithm will start to trust you more, and it'll give you more exposure, more reach, and all of that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually experienced that yesterday with like the people who own the company I work for. Were like, when I first started working with them, they were like, sell, sell, sell. They were like, you're not selling enough. You need to sell more. And so I switched to what they were telling me to do, but still sprinkling in like the more fun videos in there, like that. And they were like, your fun videos are doing way better. Just do fun videos. Like, stop the selling videos. Like, don't do those anymore. And so I was like, sometimes you do have to show them, um, what they're missing.
It's the hardest thing because yeah, like all that we learned in the 2010s was direct response, you know, and I worked for like digital ad agencies like all through the 2010s, and the whole thing was just like what's your ROI on every single asset that you develop, you know, and it's like yeah,
Mhm.
it's a whole
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like complete again, like what we were saying, like things change so fast on the internet. Like if something that worked last year does even something that worked like 3 months ago isn't gonna work anymore. Like
crazy,
and
crazy.
even like with Instagram, like they switched over to favoring like carousels. I don't know if
Mhm.
you've noticed, like carousel posts are having their moment right now. On I just watched somebody say like reels are for the highest reach, carousels are highest engagement, and stories are highest conversion.
Oh, cool. Oh, good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like and I mean it makes sense because stories you can put links in them. So someone, is more people are more willing to leave the app on a story than they are on like they're swiping through.
yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
They're in the flow if they're swiping, they're
Mhm.
there to just kind of relax. Like, yeah, stories do feel
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah. Unless you use ManyChat. Which have you used ManyChat? I tell every influencer to use ManyChat and business. Like it's basically, have you ever seen a post where it's like comment this and you'll get a link to something? Have you ever seen those? That's ManyChat.
Got you.
So
Awesome.
it's really great for like if you can do so many things with it. It's like a really nice tool. But if you're ever like for traveling stuff, I would be like, if I was showing like a hotel, I'd be like, comment book and then send them like a link to book, whatever. That's what I would do. Cause like, that's the thing of like transferring the like interest to action. And I think like if you have someone's interest in a video, the
Mhm.
best way is like the link in bio just doesn't work anymore because of people like they're not gonna wanna go to your page, check it, follow, like all that. So that's why I'm like LinkedIn bio's like low key kind of dead. Like
Yeah,
in as a call to action
sure.
in like your content. I mean, like you can still have a link in your bio because people are still gonna click on it, obviously. But trying to drive people from your content to your bio is just like such an added step that just it's gonna significantly reduce compared to like you're on the video comment and then you send it to you, so even if you don't look at it like right
Yeah,
away you'll see it later.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's what I always tell people. I'm like use ManyChat, it's so good.
I love that. And I was confused when I saw creators doing that a couple years ago. I was
Mhm.
like, how are they doing this? I use LinkedIn, but I'm gonna check out many.
Oh,
I love
okay.
that.
I would look at LinkedIn too if it's like the same thing because ManyChat is pretty nice. Like it has like really good automation. It even has like comment automation. It's pretty nice, but I'll have to look at that one too because maybe it has some things that ManyChat doesn't. Because like when something starts to get popular and they start to like make more features behind the paywall, that's
Yeah,
like what
yes.
ManyChat's doing.
Okay. Well, you got in when it was good still, so you're early
um,
adopter. That's awesome.
but yeah, but it's great. It's a really great tool. I use it to send virtual coupons to
Cool. Ooh, I like
people.
that. I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice for
That's
that.
well, we've got about 5 more minutes left. I didn't know if
Okay.
Corey or Stephanie had any questions that you guys wanted to chime
Yeah.
in, but yeah, I'll open the floor for a couple seconds, and if not, we can ask a couple more questions that I have on my list.
Okay.
No worries, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to just kind of like you and I were talking about, like, okay, how do we bring people who are like either creator curious or just creators themselves and like bring them together and get Nebraska as a whole kind of like on the same step to where it's like, okay, we know what like the kind of creators rates are. We can like send a creative brief like really easily. We can get a creator either it's like a new region or a new business or something like, and just how to like make that flow smoothly. And I
Mhm.
know that you have been working on that with other folks too, but oh yeah, yes, slightly. What do you look for when somebody comes to you? They're like, okay, Cassie, you're one of the biggest creators in Nebraska. Like, Like, we want to work with you. We don't even know how to start. We're actually embarrassed to even send you a DM because we don't want to look stupid. You know, like, what do you
Uh,
think of a brand or a community like that?
well, for me, I mean, obviously coming with like a offer,
Yeah.
being like, hey, if you're gonna ask somebody to make you like a bunch of deliverables, you should like offer to pay them.
Yeah.
Or if you're like really specific of like, please come in, make this video, make this review, make this like, you should do more than just like comp their meal or whatever. So if you're gonna like ask for like specific work, having like a specific rate that a budget that you have, and typically creators will be like, they'll ask you what your budget is. Most creators, I don't feel like know their rates. I
Yeah.
will be really honest with you. Most of
Yeah.
them don't know what their rates are.
Yeah.
The creator economy is kind of crazy right now. Like
Yeah.
I've been working on the other side of like working with creators is like a brand perspective, and the fluctuation's crazy. Like you have somebody with 10,000 followers that's like wants like $3,000 for a post, and you're like,
Yeah.
when did that happen? Um, so I think like the big thing with like working with creators is like making them feel like you really respect what they do, because obviously you do. If you're reaching out to them, you're like, I saw this video and I thought it was really good and I would love for you to do this for me. And like making them feel respected, offering to compensate them for their time. Like obviously smaller creators are going to be willing to do things like for like a comp stay at a hotel,
Sure.
like like taking out like the, okay, like I'm gonna comp your stay at a hotel, that would be about like $500 or something like that, and like usually there you can have a little more wiggle room if you have like the higher ticket item to like offer in exchange, because they're making the content, they need that stuff. So some people might do it for like gifted exchanges, but like always coming to the creator and like having that open, like, I respect what you do and I want you to feel respected. So like, what this is what I can do for you. What would you be able to do for me for this exchange? So like, yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Because like maybe the creator will be like with like Mega Saver, some people are cool with, I'm just like, hey, come and I'll give you lunch and I'll fill up your gas tank. And some people are like, awesome.
Yeah.
Other people are like, no. So coming to people and being like, this is what I can do for you, like what would work for this relationship. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So kind of like giving them a seat at the table and being like, hey, like,
Mhm.
we respect you, like we're open and we want to kind of meet you where you're at, like, which it does seem like kind of like emotionally taxing, as a brand too, and like as the creator, like it sounds like it takes a lot, but
Mhm.
it's worth it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and especially with like more local people, I feel like you're not gonna have to reach out to, like, when I'm working with like product,
Mm,
you gotta reach out to, like, I'm sending like 10 PR packages minimum a week.
mhm,
That's way different. Because that's way different. Like with the local people, you're just like, hey, like, there's only like 50 people who are making like really great content, so it's like going through being like, I saw this video of yours, I like it, will you make something like this for me? Can be a little bit easier. So like I would say with like smaller businesses,
mhm.
the quality is going to be better than like a ton of people making content about you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really kind of target that kind of one person.
Hmm.
I usually try to point to like taking whatever their organic reach is, like their average organic reach, and like kind
Hmm.
of putting like a CPM on it of like how much are those impressions worth? And like creator impressions are worth way more than paid impressions because there's not a little
Yes.
paid bar on it. So you've got to kind of like do the math on it. But I feel like like it's not that hard to like put a dollar amount on what some of these creators are worth.
Yeah, I think the way that you do that is really smart. And I really think more creators should do that because it's such a good formula. I don't think a lot of creators know how much, like, how much generated like media value they make, because like I was shocked by that too. Like I used this tool called Modash for tracking influencer campaigns, and it's super great because it will tell you like this is how much money this video generated in like earned media, like my views.
Yeah.
And that was like really helpful, and it's really good for determining your rates.
Okay, cool. Cool. Well, we're at time here. So last question, what do you see as the future of social media? What are we going to be doing in 5 years? We're going to be on a Zoom call like this and we're going to be talking about something. What do you think it's going to be?
I think with okay, this is what I think with like the pushback with like so AI, right, is already kind of like is super like infesting our my husband is like it's all my YouTube shorts are AI videos. Like it's like really like oversaturating right now. I think really authentic, story driven content is gonna become super relevant because like people are gonna crave like authenticity,
Yeah.
and you're already kind of seeing it on like Instagram. I feel so. I think it's gonna go further. I think YouTube is gonna have like a renaissance. That's what I see. I think long form content is gonna make a big comeback because YouTube has just integrated YouTube Shop. I don't know if you've seen that to compete with TikTok.
Yeah.
And they're I think that they are the one who like if you start doing YouTube videos, I think you're gonna see a nice return on that because I really think that YouTube's gonna make a comeback.
Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I think.
Love it. I love it. Awesome. Cassie, you're awesome. Thanks always for chatting. It's so good to chat with you. And
Yeah,
we're gonna be working together again soon. So yes.
yeah,
Stay
I'm so
tuned.
excited.
Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for joining. And yeah, we'll be in touch.
Thank you for having me. I'll
Yeah.
talk to y'all later.